if you want a free, easy way to subscribe to help support this podcast, rate, subscribe, review, leave a comment on Instagram, on fucking Spotify, on iTunes, on YouTube, all the things. Check out the Patreon, getheavypatreon.com. Check out the merchandise, buy some fucking merch. That is a really fucking awesome way to support. And that's it. We love you. Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. And Big J Curran. What's up, guys? Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast, coming at you live a couple days late. And I will be honest, if you guys saw my Instagram posts, I was on vacation with my family, and that's more important than sitting down with two dickheads. So, having said that, we do have a very special guest, Marko Manzo, Midnight Society Productions, fucking the greatest promoter in Ventura since I'm gonna say since Numbskull. This dude's been out here fucking promoting shows, doing shows, playing in bands, all kinds of shit, and he is also the one helping put on Nardfest, which we're doing Nardfest month. And we want to thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate you, dude.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
It's only taken, 3-4 years?
I know. We've been talking about having you on forever, and it's usually when we're both hammered.
Yes.
And then nothing happens. And actually, full spectrum, he hit me up a few days ago and goes, when can I come on the podcast? I said, Wednesday. And he went, Tuesday. He went, when am I coming on the podcast? And then come to realize you didn't even remember hitting me up.
Yeah, that's right.
So what was it that spawned you? You saw the Young Bucks on there?
I saw Young Bucks on there, and I was like, hell yeah, wait, are we doing Nardfest? Well, wait, what the fuck? Oh, yeah. Shit. Yeah.
There you go, man.
And I was like, well, it's that month, that time.
There you go, dude.
Hell yeah.
Well, it's awesome, man. I mean, you're doing, you've been doing shows at the OPAC, Miss Olson's, GG's, everywhere. I mean, there's a million other places probably that I don't know about.
Busy, bro.
Yeah. Busy motherfucker.
And Casa Agria.
Oh, and Casa Agria,
Casa
which is
Agria.
awesome, dude. The way they stepped it up and like made a stage and did the whole thing. Do they have that there all the time?
Yeah, it should be implemented there all the time.
Okay.
And then Mrs. Olson's as well. They put a stage there too.
They put a stage, a sound system, the whole deal.
Yeah, it's fucking legit now.
It's beautiful, man. That's awesome. Because you're the only one doing all age shows essentially most of the time. I mean, well, Casa Agria is not. I guess 18 and up.
Yeah, pretty
18
much. Sometimes all ages. Yeah.
Yeah, but OPAC's all ages.
Yes.
Right. So
yes.
I mean, you're the only one doing all age shows in. I'm going to say all of Ventura County, pretty much.
Pretty much, but also the VCHC guys. Them too. They're killing it as well.
Yeah, they're doing.
Proud of them. Hell yeah,
it's beautiful, man. So I want to just kind of go with like your history, like where you grew up here in Hueneme, Oxnard, right?
Yes, correct.
As a kid, how old are you?
39.
Okay, so you're about the same age as me.
You're not a fucking kid.
You're not a kid.
Jesus Christ, dude. You pickled well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah,
I blame the weed.
There you go.
Blame the weed.
Yeah,
always.
So growing up, Oxnard, Hueneme, right? Were you aware of the nardcore shit, the punk? Like, what got you into? Because always being like a Mexican dude in that area,
yeah,
you got one of two ways. We talked about it extensively on the last podcast with AK and Danny, but. How did you get involved in like the punk and metal scene and shit?
Thanks to my uncle. And I had two choices when I was 9 years old. I went in his room and I got his CDs, and it was Doggy Style at the time. Snoop Dogg had just come out with that album, and then also Blizzard of Oz, Ozzy. And then I grabbed both, and then he caught me. He's like, "Hey, motherfucker, which one? You can only have one."
Really?
And I was like,
he gave you a Sophie's Choice?
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? Well, the blue one looks cooler, so I got Ozzy, and that fucking changed my life.
Really?
Yeah,
big time. So, and then that's how I got into it all. And then I'm like, what the fuck is this? Who the fuck is Randy Rhoads? Who the fuck is Ozzy? Wait, who's in Black Sabbath? Who's that? Are there two Ozzies? And
right.
And then just from there.
It's always been metal and punk and all that shit.
Metal, punk, yeah. And then I still love my funk, hip hop, all that, but metal more.
Really?
So is your uncle still around?
No, rest in peace.
Man, fuck, man. Yeah.
That's too bad.
Jose rules.
Yep.
Yeah, man, it's always a good uncle or a good fucking brother or something like that. Listen to that shit. But
and the best too was your parents saying, "Oh, don't listen to that shit," blah blah blah, devil music, and then what do I find in my dad's fucking garage? His 70s tape stash.
Oh, really?
His fucking Sabbath, AC/DC, Blue Oyster Cult, fucking Maiden, Priest. I was like, what the
He was like a secret metalhead?
Yeah, and I still have his tapes. And I'm
Really?
Yep.
That's fucking cool, man.
That's rad, man. So what was his? Did you ever like press him on it? Like, dude, what the fuck?
He just was like,
I never wanted this life for you.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's awesome.
And then he got my mom yelling, "That's the devil's music."
Do you think she's the one that crushed him?
Probably.
Yeah,
they
probably,
were like hidden. And I was like,
really?
oh, okay. I was just trying to find some old fucking shit, but right on.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So you always been into metal and punk and shit like that?
Yeah, metal, punk, rap, funk, shit. Even
music,
like world music.
Yeah.
Like anything.
Yeah.
Anything that sounds good.
Yeah. Well, I find most people now are like, so, because when you're a few years younger than me, like I've talked about a million times, my whole identity was built off being a metalhead. You know what I mean? Like, and nothing would ever get in the way of me being a metalhead until I got a little older and I was like, oh, there's incredible. I mean, I loved hip hop still. I grew up in the 90s, same thing, but I was a metalhead first, and then eventually you realize like it's really dumb, dude. Like, it's like only like one thing.
Yeah, the palette.
Then all of a sudden things start, you're like, hey, bro, you ever heard Raikkoudi? Or like some weird shit.
It's funny.
R.L. Burnside, dude. You ever heard that shit?
Yeah.
Something like weird. Muddy Waters, dude. You ever heard Muddy Waters?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden things start like
of all of it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Or like how that guy was saying "These Nuts" for a good while. There's actually a band called These Nuts from England.
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
I'm like, what the fuck?
Really?
Yeah.
I never heard of
It's
it.
like shit. All right.
That's crazy, man. What got you in? So you've been playing in bands. You were in Radio Threat.
Yes.
You were in a bunch of bands. I saw you rip a fucking Iron Maiden cover as a singer with Artie. Like, I guess it was a couple months ago now.
Yeah.
I had no idea you had pipes like that. That's crazy.
It was incredible.
It was ridiculous. It was like ridiculous. You know what I mean? To watch you do that.
Yeah, I don't do shows very often. I just don't.
I get it.
Done shows and been in bars and doing it forever. Started working. First time I started doing security was for an all ages punk place called the Mayfair Theater back in the would be early '90s.
Yeah.
And
you've heard of Mayfair, right?
Yeah.
Yes, actually.
Yeah. So I'm kind of just like I don't do it, and he
I drug him out to that
drugged
show.
me out, and
boy,
watching
did we
me get up
hammered,
there, dude. Oh God, yeah.
I slept in his house.
4 days.
That's like how hammered we got. I don't do that at all, dude.
Holy shit.
We got fucking hammered that
There's a
night.
walk home
Hell
at
yeah.
4 o'clock in the morning.
Fucking hoodlums over here.
Just in my head going, what the fuck am I
just
doing,
happened?
man?
Yeah.
But you getting up there was fucking just epic, man.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Thanks.
You nailed that shit. I was in awe. I really literally was like, what is going on here, man?
Yeah.
This fucking kid is wailing it.
Because I knew you could play bass. I didn't know you had pipes.
No, yeah, doing backup vocals and then always hitting karaoke. Fuck, that's my shit.
Is it?
Karaoke,
Yeah.
hell
Where are you
yeah.
karaoke at?
Anywhere that
Anywhere
can
you
have
can do
me,
it?
man.
Really?
Shit, I'll fucking do it. I've
You
done
should
it
start
on
a
my
whole
homegirl's
karaoke
pad.
series,
I've done it on my
dude.
homegirl's pad. I'm like, what? Bitch, you brought your little speaker. I'm like, yup.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You should start doing like Midnight Society, like karaoke.
Yeah.
nights,
We've been
dude.
talking about it.
Dude, it'd be awesome.
We've been
man.
talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Karaoke is always good, like if you're around good people. You know what I mean?
It's got to be the right.
It's got to be the right situation, yeah. Yeah, but when did you actually start playing music and all that?
Oh, 15. Yeah, with a bunch of us. It was funny because it was one of the last years that they had guitar class at Wainimi High.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah, and it was like with the dudes from Keep Fighting, with Pink Mist, and all.
They
were
that?
all. We were all right there in the same class.
Really?
Fate had it that way. So I was like, holy shit. And then,
Interesting.
Yeah. So then we all they made us try to learn Stairway to Heaven, Led Zeppelin and shit. We're like, man, fuck this. So we started learning Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Misfits,
Nice.
Black Flag, Pew, all that shit.
So there was a crew of you guys at, what was it, Wainimi High?
Yeah,
Oxnard,
yeah,
Wainimi
yeah.
High that was all taking music classes.
Yeah.
Like guitar classes specifically. And then just like this group of weirdo metalhead, like was Crispy involved in that?
Yeah, he was in there too.
Weird,
yeah.
really?
And
I
then
didn't know
Angel
that.
Chavez, Daniel Chavez, Oscar
Really?
Navarro, I forget who else, but yeah, just the main 4 or 5 of us. And it's like,
What
holy
was your
shit.
teacher thinking? Was he tripping?
He was fucking pissed.
Yeah.
He's all, this is what we're gonna play. Here Comes the Sun from the Beatles and rock. This is Prowler, Iron Maiden.
That's awesome, man.
So
I mean, he
this-
had to be kind of stoked on you guys. Those are hard songs to figure out, man.
Yeah. And then fucking we still don't know how, well, maybe they do, but I don't fucking still know how to read the chords and sheet music. I don't know how to read just printed out tablature.
Right.
So just numbers.
Yeah, tabs were my shit, dude. I can work off tabs. If you start writing music, I'm out, dude. I took a music theory class, a couple of them actually. I did okay. Don't remember a single fucking thing. Don't remember anything from it, dude. Yeah. Couldn't tell you a clef. Fucking nothing. I don't know what's happening.
I'm the exact
I've been writing
same
music
way.
for 25 years, and I could not explain to you if you had a gun to my head and said my family's lives depend on it. Couldn't even almost tell you what key we're in most of the time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like right here.
I have to rely on
right
Nick,
here.
like Manasseh, the bass player. I'm like, Nick, what key we're in? He's like, C. I'm like, close. Good. Yeah, we're good. Like,
Yeah,
it's good.
that's how it.
But that's like the weird thing is like you either. I find that most people are either creatives and they don't want to learn covers and they just want to write their own shit. I mean, you might learn the things to get you moving, but then you immediately start going, "Oh, fuck this! I'm gonna write my own shit."
Yeah.
Or there's the guys that go like total methodical fucking students of music, and then they almost get locked in their own box of not being able to create, right? Which is like the beauty of punk and metal because it goes so far outside of the realm of like. What is like a standard of writing music, you know what I mean? It's wild, especially with like tempo changes and all kinds of shit, you know what I mean?
There's freaking studio musicians, but like, I mean, you're stuck in that little fucking box, like you're saying.
Yeah.
You're like, no, I don't know anyone that can play it like this.
Right. You get stuck in your own little method, you know?
Correct.
Yeah, it's trippy, man. So when did you what was like your first punk band or first metal band?
First punk band was the Misfits.
No, that you started, like that you guys, like you were.
When we were when I was 15, and well, a bunch of us, it was a punk band called Destructive Enemy, and that was a singer in that band.
Okay.
And of course, we did all punk covers. There were Pew, Aggression, fucking Pennywise, all that punk stuff, you know, that we love and still love to this day, like unconditionally. But those were the ones that first ones.
Yeah. And so that was when you guys were like 15?
Yeah, 15.
Right?
15, doing that. We threw a big old rager at like Dazed and Confused at the end of 8th grade.
Okay.
Everyone was there. Cops came. We have it filmed.
Nice.
And it was crazy.
Really?
Yeah, you
like
just see
first
everyone.
live show kind of thing?
Yeah, you see just everyone in the backyard young as fuck, and it's like, dang.
Yeah, it's wild, man. Yeah, there's a long history of backyard shows in Oxnard, especially.
It was legendary back then.
Was
it was. You know, we got
what
to do
was going on? Like, what was there a certain house that you guys would play at, or what?
Whoever's parents was gone that weekend.
That's what it was. Yeah, they come home. They're all, "What, mijo?
Yeah,
what happened?"
It was word of mouth because there wasn't no fucking Ring cameras. There wasn't security cameras. There was nothing like that. It was all word of mouth.
Can't get away with any of that shit now. Right?
Hell no.
I had some kids ding dong ditch my house like 6 months ago.
Oh shit!
And I was so proud of them.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I was like, dude, this is all, I let them roll. Like, essentially, I was like, dude, get it. Like,
have fun.
You know, because like, yes, I could absolutely catch them on the Ring camera and fuck their day up.
What are you gonna do when you get outside? Because you're gonna run. You're not gonna catch shit.
No, I'm not gonna.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Let me get a head start. Then you guys start running.
Let me grab my oxygen bottle before I take off after you.
That's true. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. But I was like so stoked to see some kids just fucking around. You know what I mean? I was like, let them get it, dude. Like, let them ding dong. I came out the door. I was like, what the fuck? Like looking around, I could see them hiding in the bushes. You know, I was
that's
like,
cool.
It, dude.
That's cool. At least you do that. You know?
Yeah, that's awesome.
The shit in a poop in a bag. Allowed that.
Did you guys do that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
TP.
Did you ever light it on fire?
Yes, we lit on fire. TPs, everything. Like, anything.
Yeah, anything was up for grabs back then, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to do a lot of maniac shit when we were kids. But, so coming into, you were in Radio Threat, right? Mm-hmm. Radio Threat was fucking killer. And I roll with Fabio. All the time, and he's fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah.
So what was like the crux of you getting in Radio Threat and all that stuff?
It was basically them needing a bass player, and then my buddy Angel filled in, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you do it?" I'm all, "Huh? Fuck it."
Yeah.
I ain't doing nothing. And then we fucking hit it off, learned their set, and bam.
Did you play a lot of shows with them? Did you guys ever get to tour or anything?
Well, yeah, we played a lot of shows. We were always in downtown Ventura. We did Bakersfield. We did L.A. We did a little mini tour, the little SoCal tour.
Yeah, SoCal. Yeah.
You guys played a lot.
Yeah,
I've seen you guys play a lot. I mean, you guys played everywhere. Mm-hmm. Like one of the staples around Ventura for a couple of years, man. You guys were everywhere.
Right.
The last show was cool, though. The last show, at least we went out, like, high. It was Dr. No. It was Missing 23rd. It was Repute. compadres over there in the south.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, good.
Compadres is too much, dude. It is too fucking much.
Trust me. Those were the days. Those were the days.
I went to Compadres. I used to play pool, and we had a pool tournament there.
Oh shit!
Not a pool tournament, pool league there. And we go in there, and I'm from Oxnard, and one of my partners has this Mexican girlfriend with him, and her name's damn it, whatever. But she fluently speaks Spanish, and that's my homegirl. Oh, so we go in there, and I order a beer, and they charge me like $8 for like a Bud, and I'm like, yo, this shit ain't right. You know what I mean?
You had the white guy tax.
Yeah, exactly, dog. And then I hit her up. I was like, hey, come here, man. Go talk to them and say, hey, order a beer from them and see what they say. And she went and ordered a beer from them, and it was like $4. And I immediately went, nah, man, fuck all that shit. Let's get this shit right, man. Anna. Yeah. And they immediately were like, oh shit, and then they took care of it. But yeah, and it's Dos Compadres.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
and there was a liquor store right around the corner, right?
Yeah. Well, we got that too, but it's Dos Compadres. It's two dudes. Yeah, man. It's not like you walk in there and it's not. Yeah. It's a gay bar, essentially.
Yeah.
It's you know what I mean?
Bar. Yeah.
No,
really.
Dos Compadres. You know what I mean? You walk in there, there's some women there that are definitely questionable. Mm-hmm. Nowadays they'd be considered full men and part of the whole program, but back then we were still like, wow, okay, this is crazy. You guys maybe need some medication.
Were you the one that started doing shows there at first?
No, it was Fernando. Fernando,
okay.
Yeah,
because those shows were awesome, dude.
They were.
It was like all of a sudden there were shows in like the Boxnard, and you're like, oh, this feels cool again. Like, this feels fucking awesome, dude. Like we'd go to shows there all the time,
spot,
man.
Dude. Yeah. In a tiny little,
and there'd be 250 fucking 300 people there.
Oh yeah, those shows were wild. Parking was a bitch, but yeah.
And then you don't know where you park in your car. You could have come back. You might not have rims anymore. And they don't have to be nice rims. They just might need your tires.
Yeah. So what are you doing? Just changing tires? I'll get back to you tomorrow. Hey, what?
I just need him. I need him to go pick up my uncle.
Yeah. I was gonna put it back. Relax, bro. Relax.
That was like because I went to a lot of random shows like all over the place, and when those compadre shows were going on, I was like, oh, this feels like dangerous again. Like it feels like because I used to play a lot of shows at like in Corona and like Oxnard. And I'm not going to say this. There's some dangerous parts in Oxnard but the shows weren't there most of the time, right? But then like when I would go out of town to like somewhere like Corona or the Showcase, or it's like you're sitting at the Del Taco and then you got some old school OG like pulling a knife on you for fucking tacos, and you're like, have the tacos, dude. You know what I mean? Like that felt dangerous. Being on tour like in weird parts in Philly where they tell you like, hey, you're playing at this house. You can't walk left at all, period.
Oh, wow.
You can walk right to the liquor store and then right back, and that's it. That felt dangerous, which like adds to that element of like, dude, these people are fucking trying. But and Compadres isn't the worst fucking area, but it's not a great area either, So it's like when I started to go to the shows again, I was like, oh, this feels fucking, feels awesome. There's an element of danger.
Oh, yeah.
You might get fucked up in the pit. You also might get your fucking catalytic converter stolen at the same time.
Or like in my case, I was outside and some gangsters thought, I was the guy, and they're like, hey, get him. Tell him to get in the car. Like, hey, dog, get in the car. He busted out a piece, and I was like, what the fuck you talking about? And oh, no, it's not him, bro.
Well,
it just looked like him. And I was a motherfucker.
Mistaken identity.
I'm like, are you fucking serious? And everyone's right there. Like I almost got fucking taken hostage and shit for some stupid shit.
Damn, dude.
And I'm just like, what the fuck?
I've been shot at. Almost shot.
Oh, wow.
A block from there.
Right.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it.
Yeah, right there around the corner where Little Manila used to be in Goodies. Yeah. Right there in that little area right there where they do all the car washes now. Mm-hmm. I almost got shot. I had to leave my car.
Damn.
You know what I mean? I came out of the store and they were trying to get me. You know what I mean? So it's not the friendliest area.
No.
It's not.
It's like it's the same thing, the same reaction. Like you see all these punks and metalheads showing up in a neighborhood that like they're absolutely not supposed to be in. The locals are like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then some of them are like, this is fucking cool. They're weirdos, like this is awesome. And then some of them are like, nah, we're not having this today.
You know what? But going back to kind of like the conversation we had with AK and Danny last week, it's kind of along the lines of the same thing. Is all these gangster dudes have a nephew or a niece that's into it, and then they're like, let them go, man. Let them go. Like, dog, this ain't our spot.
They're harmless.
Yeah, they're just having fun. And then, you know what I mean? Yeah. And they just kind of let it go. It's not, you know, it's not like you're rolling up and everybody's in there listening to fucking Zap and Roger.
Wearing the wrong colors. Yeah, it's trippy, man.
No, it is. It's like, hey, fool, you a rocker? Rocker fool?
Exactly.
All right. Hey, relax, fool. He's a rocker fool.
I actually, I haven't heard that term in a million years, but that fucking term rings true to me. So I've been asked that question so many times, you know. Hey, you a rocker fool? It's like, I guess I am. I don't know. I look like maybe I am. Maybe. Well, I also look like I might have stormed the Capitol on the 6th, too. You know, you never know.
You also look like you might have started a Buddhist religion.
That's true.
Now think about it.
Dude, I'm fucking ready. Dude.
He might be working remote for all we know.
Yeah, dude, that's what happens. My true Greek comes out when I get into the sun for a few days, dude. I get fucking gorgeous, golden.
It's awesome to see the resurgence and everything, and like all the work that you're putting into all this, like, is really fucking cool to watch, man.
Yeah,
you know, watching the new shows come up and seeing all that stuff, and like hearing everybody talk about like, there's a show at the one in Ventura on Thompson.
It used to be Hong Kong Inn. Now it's
Vaquero y Bar. Yeah, that place rules.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, that's really.
Are you doing shows there at all?
Yeah, we did Missing 23rd last December there.
That was awesome.
That was an awesome show.
Yeah, Ship Them Quick fucking rules, dude. Did you ever see them in their prime?
No, I didn't. Man. And I was like, what?
They were such a party animals, dude. They were fucking pure animals, man.
Hell yeah.
So what I want to ask you is that being a fucking show promoter is a thankless, fucking non-money making, wildly time-taxing endeavor.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why are you doing this?
I fucking love music.
Is that
I want to see the 805 thrive like a motherfucker.
That's right, dude. Yeah.
Reach.
Yeah. So, why? Like, what got you into promoting shows? Like,
my buddy, he was like, he was from Japan, and it was a rockabilly band called Inazuma. You see?
Dude, they were fucking so dope, bro. I've seen them like 3 times, man. When they played, I went probably all at Bombay's, I think.
Yeah.
But dude, they fucking killed, man. Yes. They were so fucking good. It just next level.
Really?
Yeah, super amazing.
So good, bro. Yeah, this is when you were retired from
the rockabilly shit's out of my realm.
Hey, but trust me, this shit was epic. This shit was like badass.
Insane.
Insanely epic.
Well, the Japanese do everything better.
Honestly, Dragon Ball, everything. I had to get that in there. I had to get it in there.
Pass out in a Dragon Ball t-shirt. They do everything better.
Oh shit!
I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it.
Hey man, so before we got here, we were a little short, and then there was some dude that obviously had consumed too many
alcoholic beverages somewhere else.
Maybe some other shit, and we had no booze or liquor really. He had like a beer at the bar, and I was sitting there watching him, and he walked over and he sat at the bar, and he just started just nodding
just out, dude. So I mean, fucking out, like 280 pounds of out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
dude.
So we ended up having to, like, I walked him outside, got him out, like, I carried him outside. Let's get that straight.
Yeah, he got carried by 3 grown men.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And got him set down and then called the ambulance and they came and got him. But the whole fucking thing about it, he was wearing a Dragon Ball Z sweatshirt. Yeah, dude. That's why when he said that, I was like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yes, the fucking, what are the fucking...
Arriba, abajo.
There you go. Oh, that's a nice jet, dude. Oh, that shit.
Yeah, there was something going on. There was something else. Something else going on there besides just alcohol.
100%. There was like, he couldn't get that guy's fuck. He woke up on the gurney and he was all,
oh shit,
what the fuck? And everyone was all, hi. Like all the EMTs were like, hi, how are you? And he's like, where am I going? And they're like, the hospital. It's like,
that's always fun, right?
That's always rough, man. But when it comes to doing shows, And I've booked a lot of shows. Like back in my day, I was, I did a lot of fucking shows at like random spots. I had my own warehouse at one point. I don't know if you ever heard about that, but I had my own warehouse that I would do like the beginnings of the Wrath and Ox. Okay. We practiced in Santa Paula, and I would do shows. We could fit like 150 people in there. Shit. And we would do these like crazy warehouse shows, and then I would do shows all around Ventura. I'd do shows at the Loft. I'd do all that shit, and it is a fucking pain in the ass. Oh, yeah. It's a pain in the ass to deal with bands. It's a pain in the ass to deal with fucking the venue, the manager of whoever the fucking band is who wants an agent that wants a ridiculous amount of money for a band that doesn't draw. You know what I mean? So, and you've been doing that. How long have you been booking shows at this point?
7 years. 7 years.
Jesus,
going on 8.
Man.
Right. Yeah. Now I'm going to move this a little bit. Yeah,
7 years going on 8.
Yeah, so 7 years going on 8 years, and you've been consistently doing it, dude. Which is, I mean, it's such a cool endeavor because you can't find a guy that most of the time that isn't in it for themselves. We had a lot of promoters back in the fucking 2000s and the 90s, and some of them were awesome. Some of them only wanted to fucking do it for themselves, and every little ounce of money was getting skimmed off the top.
Well, there's no money in it.
Well, there's not. Not a lot.
I mean, you know that. I mean, there's no money in it.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you show up at the bar, if you show up and it's your gig, and you show up and you have a couple of drinks, you not made any money immediately. That all the money that you might have made, which is probably $50 or $100.
Yeah, max.
You know what I mean. That's it.
Max.
You're not. You're doing this for the love of doing it. It's not like there's just no people think. I've been around this stuff and I've watched these people put on big shows. And people are like, oh, this dude is cleaning up. Like, no, man. They're doing it because they love to do it. My brother Ross Emery, one of my great friends, I love him. It's
my uncle.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And so I've watched him do it with the Johnny Cash Festival and do all that stuff. And like people are like, oh, he's making all this money. No, man. I've been there with him. I've watched him. I've listened to him. I've sat there and talked to him. And you're only doing it because you love the scene. Yeah. You love the music. You know what I mean? He travels and goes and sees shows up and down everywhere. He just went down to, I think, Redondo Beach to go see Alvin Bishop play.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? But he'll do that.
That's cool.
I'm not going down there to see Alvin Bishop play. You know what I mean? And it's just not, but that's how dedicated he is to music. Oh, yeah. And that's what I think that is so what it makes me just so admiring somebody like you that is just like, I love this so much that I'm going to put this time, effort, energy, and I'm not going to make a dime. I got to promote. I gotta get the venue set up. I gotta promote. I gotta get the bands there.
Pay a sound guy.
You know what I mean? And then I gotta deal with all these fucking assholes that are trying to get it for free.
Free.
So if you would give us a breakdown on like a decent sized show, just so people understand like what it is, like the day to day that you have to deal with to even set up like a normal basic show. Because I don't think a lot of bands like. And this is a good lesson for a lot of bands. It's something I learned a long time ago. Is don't shit on the promoter.
Yeah.
Unless they deserve to be shit on, right? There's been many promoters I've worked with which absolutely fucking deserve all the fucking heat. But give us a breakdown on like, say it's a 3-4 band bill, a decent out of town band, right? What is it that you have to think about in order to not lose your complete ass?
Make sure they all get along. First of all, they all vibe with each other. That's
something that doesn't get talked about, right?
Do you like this band? Well, I don't know. Bitch, do you like this band?
Right.
And then I'll ask the headliner, hey, check this band now. I don't know. Bitch, you're not from here. I'm pairing you up correctly, And it's then the diva was the request, the set times.
Say that again. What is
the diva? Is a diva request. Like, okay, I want to play at 9:30. I want to play third. I want to be direct support. What are you backlining? Nobody can touch my drums. Well, yeah, nobody can touch your drums. That's fine.
The gear of shit alone is insane, right?
Yes.
That's something people don't think about.
No. Like you'll have
everyone wants their own gear on the stage at the same time.
Yes.
Right?
The best is seeing the drummers.
Oh, the drummers. Fucking drummers.
Dude, you got 4 Neil Pearts right there. And they're all set up, and everyone's trying to walk around and shit. It's like, You could have all just back like, no, we all couldn't.
Yeah, it's literally not impossible.
No, yeah.
Even though we all play the same exact size drum set,
yeah,
not gonna happen.
No, definitely not. It's like Step Brothers. Did you touch my drum set?
Yeah,
come on, man.
So continue. What is the thing? Like money wise,
it's like sound, bands, gas money, door. Like, no merch cuts either, because fuck merch cuts. And that stays to the bands, always.
Yep.
You buy a fucking shirt, that you already made more than you would on Spotify.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I mean, for the most part nowadays, for people listening that don't understand this, I think we've covered it a couple of times, but selling shirts and selling merch is how you make your money as a band anymore.
Yeah,
and that money is only paying for your gas. Mm-hmm. You're not like starting a savings account for your kids.
Right.
You're just taking the next step to go, and I didn't get that for a long time. Mm-hmm. And probably when I was younger, it wasn't about that so much. But as I've gotten older, like especially being a hip hop head, when I go to these shows anymore, one of the first things I do is I walk in and look. Okay, first of all, do you guys have my size? And then I'm buying a shirt, dude. I'm buying a hat, I'm whatever I can buy to support the band.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
90% of my gear is all band shit.
Right.
I buy it from the bands
It's
at the
the
show.
one thing you get from a show that you put on.
And then sometimes when it doesn't go that way, I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna buy it anyway and support.
Yeah, hey man, you have to. Yeah. Nowadays, if you're not doing it, I always budget that when I go there, I'm gonna buy a shirt. I'm gonna buy something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And luckily, most of the time, there's something.
But do you feel like the days of people bitching about merchandise is over? Because it used to be such a big deal. Like, first of all, ticket prices for shows.
Okay.
Everyone was still living in this like Fugazi period where it was like $5 punk shows. It's like, dude, it's not going to work. It took years for everyone to get over that.
Yeah.
Right? Because Fugazi fucked up the whole entire scene, essentially, by saying that punk shows should only be $5, even though they played from 1986 to 94, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so I was like, dude, punk shows are, a decent punk show is $15 to $20 now. You know what I mean? Like,
when you first said all this shit, I'm like thinking like Fugazi. Fuck this guy. And then I had to sit there and listen to it go, no, man, I don't.
So Fugazi, if you don't know, is an incredible band. Ian MacKay's band after Minor Threat.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But they had this whole like organic growing where shows should only be $5. Merchandise should only be X amount. Yeah. And it made sense when shit wasn't a fucking nightmare to make, right?
Yeah, one of my first shows, I was charging $3 because of his ass. Because of his ass.
Yeah. Because fucking Ian MacKay, dude. That son of a bitch. Fuck you, Ian MacKay.
You owe me $2.
Yeah.
$2. Give me my $2.
But it took years for the scene to get over that, dude. Like even punk or metal. Like metal shows do better because metal guys usually have jobs.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Look at those spikes, bro.
Yeah, so they're not cheap.
No.
They're like 50 cents each.
And the fucking Nikes, dude. The retro Nikes. They're not new ones. They're fucking retro 80s thrasher ones.
Yeah.
Those are fucking expensive.
That is, man. Yeah, but there's a lot of things that, like, as a promoter, if you're trying to do a cool event and you want to make it work well, you have to fucking think about, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to network like a motherfucker. You have to fucking text your Nina, your Theo, your cousin, your enemy, your ex, everyone. I don't give a fuck. Get the word out.
Get it out there.
Right.
Yeah.
When do you feel like, so Midnight Society is...
So, hey, real quick.
I'm sorry.
We need a drink.
We do?
Oh.
Yeah, me and him.
Oh, okay.
Get a
Not
beer.
you.
Oh,
me and him.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. What the fuck is ghoul?
Ghoul?
Earlier you made a faux pas, and I just want to point out
Did
you
I say
said
ghoul?
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Thrash band, right?
No, he just gave me shit about how I can't say words right. And
okay.
So he was,
that's why. I see. I did hear about these. I heard about these. Okay, I see.
We got it.
I understand now.
Yeah,
So it's your first and only drink of the podcast now.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see you.
Dude.
You're a lot of things. Impeccable is not one of them.
Troglodyte, dude.
Yeah.
Eyeless creature.
You're just gonna
We'll
go
see how
through and
this goes.
fucking use all the big words he knows.
This is
I'll
one.
throw them all out today. I don't know. Did I say the word ghoul?
Yeah, you said something all fucked up. I don't even know what it was.
See, I just
wanted to read the drink.
It begins.
Yeah.
The problem is if you say any scary word, you can assume it's a metal band.
Oh, of course. Of course.
So
Of course.
one of the things that I've with Frost and Fire that Jarvis.
Yes.
When I went to Frost and Fire with Jarvis, and every time he puts it on, I'll go, I will always go. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. But the difference between going to the punk shows and seeing that shit and then going to Frost and Fire and seeing those guys put shit on.
Oh, yeah.
We're degenerates.
We figured that out.
Yeah. And then you go to the Frost and Fire and you're like, the whole time, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Like, these guys are insane.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're all nerds to the highest level, and they're playing the most insane music. Like, yeah, they know how to read, what is it? The
Music.
note? Is it
Yeah.
just music theory?
Music theory.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for not mocking me. I appreciate that, Kenny, because he's about to mock me for not knowing. You know what I mean? Yeah. But to watch those guys, man, it was nuts, man, because it is just the most nerds.
Oh, yeah.
Insane, man.
Yeah.
Just watching
Is there a difference between metal bands and punk bands when you're promoting them?
Yeah, they get along for the most part, but
Right.
like if it's like traditional, like if it gets too traditional, like it has to be too traditional metal, like Saxy, a Priest, you know, like that style, you know. And then if you don't give a fuck, then you don't give a fuck, you know?
Right.
Like I like to like throw them all, mix them up, you know, like a little soup, you know.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Like me and John C. used to argue about the Wrath all the time. He said we're a punk band. I said we're absolutely not. We're a fucking metal band. You know, our first album was like a gnarly punk album ish. But we're a fucking metal band, dude. You know what I mean? And there's a reason that I kept telling him that, because punks don't, as much as I love them, they support the scene, they don't support the fucking bands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Metal dudes will spend their whole entire life savings to get to a show, to fucking buy merch, to do the thing, and not bitch about it at all. You know what I mean? Like, and it's totally true. You know what I mean? For the most part. And so I was like, John, you need to rectify the fact that we're a metal band, because we're trying to get into the metal market.
Yeah.
Where people have money and they have jobs. And
I
they
always
have
considered
kids,
you guys a
and they
metal
want to
band.
escape.
I always did.
Yeah,
I always did.
appreciate
I was
it.
like, damn.
You hear that, John C? We're a metal band. It's official.
The one time I got to listen to him play, and I'm not a big fan of punk, you know, but the one time I got to listen to him play, I was like, what the fuck? How have I never heard him before?
Yeah, I think he saw us on our last show.
Yeah, literally
okay,
the last show.
I gotcha,
It was
I
at Bombay's,
gotcha.
and I was just like, holy shit, why have I not, like, these guys are hardcore metal.
Yeah.
Like, it was so just hard.
Gnarly.
You know, and not so chaotic punk.
Right.
It was a little bit more structured compared to what I hear when you're punk.
And I'll tell you what, I'm trying to learn those songs now, and it's not going well. It's not going well.
I hate
at
that
all.
shit. It's
Dude,
like, how did I
it's
fucking
insane.
do that?
I have no idea what type of like fucking weed haze I was in at the time when I wrote half of that shit. Can't figure it out. I've had to sit down for fucking. It took me 3 days to figure out a fucking riff.
God
I was
damn.
like, God damn it, dude! Like, what the fuck is going on here?
bought
You know, not that we're incredible. I mean, we're good, but it just speaks more to me and the fact that I'm a caveman and I can't remember my own shit. You know what I
No,
mean?
I get it. Like, I
It's
found
fucking
like
brutal.
tapes of like when I was playing guitar growing up 16, 17, and then there's just raw demos, and I'm like, I fucking sound like Sepultura.
Oh,
What the
saved
fuck?
your
I was
life.
like, how the fuck did I do that? I'm like, work, you asshole.
Your wrist doesn't work.
I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
The first time I heard Sepultura, I fucking couldn't even believe it was a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it was
They're so
so
good,
mind blowing, dude.
Yeah.
It was I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
This is insane.
Did you see
know?
the Cavalera thing when they came through at the
Yeah,
theater?
I did.
That
I
was
did.
incredible.
I've
dude.
seen them in the past too, when the brothers didn't like each other, Igor and Max. And I
Right.
saw them and even met both of them on separate occasions. You remember when the House of Blues was still there on the Sunset?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I brought in a camera, a press camera, and they're like, you can't. And I had to walk all the way down to that stupid fucking hill.
Oh, okay.
And then drop it up, and I came back, and I'm like, ugh. And then
Yeah.
I get a tap on my shoulder, and this fucking Igor's like, hey, are you okay? And I'm like,
you,
yeah, man, it's a pleasure to meet you. He's like, okay, I go inside. All
Yeah,
right,
they're
cool.
so good, dude. They were so fucking good. But like, as a so what I wanted to get into is like how when it comes to booking something like Nardfest,
Yeah.
helping out with it. Obviously, it's like a Blake baby, right? And you're here to facilitate with all the things that you have.
The cool uncle.
Cool. Blake's a bad motherfucker. He's coming on the podcast in a couple weeks.
Hell yeah.
Which we're excited for. Maybe Ron as well too, which would be rad.
That'd be the shit.
But like, what do you need to cover and make sure is covered, like on your end?
Just make sure everyone gets there somehow, some way.
Right.
That's pretty much my job.
Right. When was the point at which you knew you wanted to be a promoter? Like, was there a show, a moment? Like, was there a thing?
Or just realizing nobody else is going to do it?
No, it's the moment is, holy shit, this actually fucking worked.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's like, hold on, no, let's try it again. Okay, let's try it again. And it's like, cool.
Right.
And it just got bigger and bigger, and I was just like fucking tight.
Yeah.
And then it's also been a fucking blessing to see all these epic bands from the 805, Dead Heat, Civil Conflict that turned into Rena and Stalag, all my homies, all fucking come up. Like I've seen all the projects with Sweet Reaper, Unlux, fucking Headcut,
everybody.
Detoxy, John's projects basically.
Yeah. The 1 million bands John's in.
And then getting to work with, the Nardcore legends, the Repute, Stalag, Dr. No, Aggression, Rest in Peace Bob,
Right.
Everyone. And then out of town bands, it's just insane.
But was there a show at which you were like, I want to keep doing this? Like what was the first show that worked for you? Do you have that in your memory, or is it just kind of a blur at that point?
The one that hit OPAC.
Okay.
OPAC.
When you got the OPAC, because if you guys don't know, the OPAC did shows in the 70s.
Yep.
In the 80s, right? Like, Jay, your first show was there, right?
Yeah,
what did you see?
Saw Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper there, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of people's first show.
Yeah.
Like, the older generation that I talked to.
I went to Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
Got caught smoking joints. And they kicked us out, and we went right across the street to the park and smoked all the joints and passed out.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But I remember my brother going to see Aggression. I don't know if Dr. No, but I know it was Aggression for sure at the OPAC, like in 85, 86, I'm guessing. Because he was talking about how some skinheads showed up and some shit started to pop off. And something happened, and one of the homies got backed up against the stage, and one of the skinheads started to come at him, and Bob stepped off and kicked the dude in the head.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, and I remember my brother coming back and talking to me about this shit, and I was like, what the fuck are you even going to these shows for, homie?
Yeah.
Like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, what are you doing?
So
you know what I mean?
Get a gang fight?
Yeah,
like anywhere you
we
want,
can do this right here in the garage. Like, what's going on? But yeah, it just totally blew my mind. But they were so stoked, and it was. It was Oxnard. It's Oxnard's the same fucking thing.
Always.
Yeah. But you helped resurrect OPAC. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Resurrect.
And when I found out the history of that place, I was like, holy shit. Like, Minor Threat played here. Like, everyone. I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
I was shocked. And it's like, this is the same fucking room?
Yeah.
So I was like, well,
and doing it again, I mean, this was early, mid 80s.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like the same time this was going on, NWA was playing at the skate rink over on Wainimi Road.
Oh, that place was legendary.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
Exodus played there, the fucking Misfits.
Everybody
what the
played
fuck?
there, bro.
That's crazy.
NWA played there, and they got sent home.
Probably the only place they ever got kicked out of by the cops.
I was not expecting to hear that. I was like, oh shit, a riot. Go home.
NWA shows up, they're all, not today, motherfucker, down Oxnard.
You guys got some attitude. Go home.
Get your ass out of here.
I mean, but it's that skate rink was nuts. OPAC or auditorium is what I've always called it, but it's always had a history. I mean, Oxnard's got such an insane history anyways, with whatever it is, whatever kind of culture you want to talk about, it's always had. If you want to talk about some Asian culture in the 805, you can talk about what they've done downtown and how big the Japanese built up this community that was part of all of our agricultural history,
right.
For Golden China and Che Guevara, and I mean, everything. Yeah.
There's a ton of history.
It's so insane, man. It's such a culturally diverse place, and then and we've talked about the root of Chicas, just the fact that it just is like little Chicago, and
exactly. You know what I mean? Little Chicago, just brought it up.
Yeah, because it was just like, nah, man, we're as gangster as Chicago is.
Yeah,
and it's this little tiny little fucking agricultural community that's like, fuck you guys, we're as hard as Chicago.
Yeah,
yeah, it's wild, dude.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And they're still running it.
I do remember this too now that you bring that up, because because I was like kind of pissed too about everyone coming through towns, tours, and just going to SB or Santa Maria and skipping us, going straight to LA. I'm like, what the fuck? We got the best bands ever.
100%.
So that's why I also kept pursuing it.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we're actually a stop every fucking tour.
Right.
When we should be. Because we're more of a respective stop as far as like our people are going to show up and sponsor and be a part of and really represent more so than Santa Barbara is, or I mean Santa Maria is pretty
far.
Yeah, but it's also it's culturally along the same venue as us,
right? Right. But yeah, when you find out you can stop in Ventura or Oxnard and fucking play, you do a show in LA, you get to stay the night. Get to drive fucking an hour and a half to fucking Ventura.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Oxnard, Ventura, gorgeous. You know what I mean? You get to play a show that's like, the amount of bands that have been surprised every time they show up here is incredible. Like Glowing Brain. Just like for one of those guys. Those guys are from Oakland, they rip.
Yes.
And they fucking always make a stop here. You know what I mean? Because they know that people are going to show up.
And
support. What I mean? And support, and it's amazing. And that's what Ventura and Oxnard, the 805, like, in general, has always been supporting. And it takes, like, promoters like you that are willing to fucking take a chance to lose the money on the one show to fucking gain money, maybe, hopefully, on the next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to pull that money in and not, like, make a whole entire... Like, what you've been really good about is, like, not making a name for yourself. Right? Which like, I'll commend you for. Because as a promoter, you're a faceless, like... nameless person most of the time.
Yes.
But when the guys start taking their own name and using their name as like a thing and turn it into a thing, in which, like, Numbskull, perfectly example, 100% this dude's been doing shows for fucking, 30 years and killing it, and rightfully so. Everything he's earned is incredible. You know what I mean? But he didn't make it off of being him. He just made it off doing great shows in a great area, and the shows got bigger and bigger and bigger, right? But for you to be able to resurrect OPAC, which I heard, and I kind of wanted to confirm, like, there was some trouble, right? Like, wasn't there, like, a thing where OPAC couldn't do shows for a while?
I mean, still can't, but we got the okay to do Nardfest.
To do this one. So what, like, do you know what happened? What happened?
I believe it's just, like, injuries, the kids just slamming too hard, And
is it, like, the beatdown shit? Like,
the beatdown? I don't know, just kids getting hurt.
Was it shows that had anything to do with you, or probably not?
No, not to do with me whatsoever.
Okay, yeah, but like, to be able to resurrect the OPAC, or even like we used to play at like Casa de la Raza in Santa Barbara all the time, which has a legendary punk history.
Yeah,
and we would play shows there all the fucking time with some of the best bands ever. Like, we played with Black Cobra, Torch, and fucking Lords. Like, at that, like, we played with some incredible bands at La Casa de la Raza, which was one of those legendary, like, show spaces that just allowed kids to be kids, you know what I mean? Like, and for you to be able to resurrect OPAC to be that, and then also to build Miss Olsen's into, like, what it is. And I'm sure the owner, I don't know who's the owner of Miss Olsen's, and he's all in, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking incredible. To me, to have an owner that's all in on things is amazing.
But it wasn't easy. The first time I was like, hey, my friends were like, hey, he can do it.
Yeah.
And, he's like, and then like, of course, my ass is like, I can do it. All hammered and shit, because when I meet someone, it's like, you don't intend to meet them. And it's like, I'm hammered, I'm like, I can do it. And then they're like, oh, this guy? And he's like, nah. And then, like, then I got to prove him wrong. And then he's like, oh, yeah, you fucking did it, bro.
Yeah, but they're all in. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't they have a podcast?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
That's awesome, the OPAC is kind of... The OPAC is more of a city-run type situation where they're only going to be able to do so much within their constraints, and if something happens, then it's going to really hardcore reflect. Well, they're owned by, and they're going to immediately shut down.
Who like supplements the shows? Is it like board?
Canyon.
The Canyon. The Canyon is like the one that holds the insurance for all the shows.
But
right?
So
the Canyon Club.
With the Mrs. Olsen's, it goes back to just being more of a real hardcore or local venue. And with the OPAC, you're still, even with the Canyon owning it.
Well, you have historical elements. You have a lot of things.
Yeah, right? You're still going to be restrained within what you're going to be able to do.
Correct.
Where with Mrs. Olsen's, they're just letting it go, and they seem to have a really good team of people working with them.
Yes.
I haven't heard a lot of people saying like, "Oh, the security there is garbage" or whatever. It seems like everybody's on point as far as like handling the situation, and that's really difficult to get nowadays.
Oh yeah.
To be able to have a venue where you can do that stuff, because there's nothing in Ventura. the fucking Casa Eviaro or what fucking we talked about.
Casa Agria?
No, that's an Oxide. The one down there on Thompson.
Vaquero Imar.
Yeah, and they keep doing shows and they're trying, but it's not like it's an actual venue. And it seems like Mrs. Olson's is really, I've gone by there a few times lately after we went to Aldi, and it's an actual venue. And that's it's mind-blowing to me that it even exists, because Ventura County is not exactly the friendliest place as far as the citizens around here. They're not like, oh yeah, please open up an all-ages punk venue.
Yeah, the all-ages thing is a problem always in Ventura County.
Any ages.
Always has been.
Any ages. They don't want, if you're not playing fucking Jimmy Buffett covers, and sitting around. Which that place, the first time when that place was opened, it was called Flip Flops, and it was opened by a guy named Gary that owned the Lookout, and he's the one that opened the Lookout. When he opened it up, that's what he would have done. He would have been like, let's do some Jimmy. It was English.
Well, it's incredible that you're down there in Channel Islands on the harbor. You walk out of the venue and you're staring at the fucking harbor. It's gorgeous. Yeah, it's like gorgeous. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
Yeah, you got fucking toppers right there.
Right? Yeah, totally.
I'm like, dude, I can just walk over there.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. Yeah, I mean, as far as like booking shows and doing the thing, like I'm stoked that you're doing it, man. We need every town needs a dude like you that's willing to do it. What I did want to ask, just some deep shit. Like, what's the show you've lost your ass on? Have you lost your ass on some shows?
Ooh, man, too many.
Too many?
Oh yeah.
What's one that stung?
Oh man.
You don't have to mention the bands, but if you don't want to.
No. I'm trying to think. You try to tend to forget that shit.
Yeah, right.
So I mean, nothing comes to mind specifically, but one show, and it was at Compadres, and it's like the genre was like new metal.
Okay.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a chance with new metal. Whoa, bro.
No, didn't work.
Bro.
Yeah,
no, bro.
You just ate shit out of your own pocket.
Yeah. Right. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm
what
investing
the fuck
in this.
is new metal?
New metal like Korn, Limp Bizkit.
That's new metal.
That's new metal. NU. Yeah. NU metal.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Right.
Which is making a huge resurgence right now, which is wild.
I wish I had
resurgence
early. Back then.
I know. Yeah. Too early. Yeah, because Limp Bizkit is killing it right now.
I was
really? Dude, they're playing bigger venues than they ever played as an actual band. Like, a million fucking times over. It's crazy.
Oh.
Yeah, it's wild.
You know what's funny? Fred Durst was there when Bad Religion came through last year for Ventura Theater. Like, I'm right there, and right behind me, I guess my friend saw him, and I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing here? But right on.
Yeah. Was he cool?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get to meet him.
You didn't meet him? Oh, okay.
But my friend did. He's like, he was cool. And I was like, right on. Did he do it all for the...
Have you had any, like, legit oh shit moments where you're like, I can't believe I'm fucking standing here right now?
Yeah, but like, what do you mean?
Like just Larry being
White.
Around people.
Larry White, right?
No, it was Larry.
Larry White. Yeah, Larry White.
Because you're in a group of people that you're like, I can't believe that I put on this show and it was fucking good, and I'm getting to meet these fucking weird legends. You know what I mean?
Gosh,
because it's weird. It's like legendary to me.
Far too many, but one of the best ones in recent memories was when we did DI last December. And I'm right there with Graham, with my hair, fucking from Charman, and just all the homies. And it's like, dang, we all here in this bitch.
Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah, Charman is one of the most underrated bands on planet fucking Earth.
They got a new album coming out.
A new album, yeah, I know. I've been trying to get him on the pod for a million years, but. Dude wants to wear a trash bag on the podcast and shit. I can't. I know I should too.
Why not?
You should, yeah.
But they're
I almost wore a trash bag.
Yeah, they're so.
I'm wearing one right now.
Fucking good.
I was trying to get through this.
Those are Depends.
No, it's a trash bag, and it's because I keep shooting loads as I look over at your Greek ass.
I know, dude. I'm golden.
I missed you.
That's what happens when you're on a boat.
Suntan and shit.
That's what happens when you're on a boat,
man. Yeah, it's dripping right now.
I know. It's great. You should see these shoulders, dude. I'll pop the shirt off right now.
Don't even start.
I knew it brought scissors for a reason.
Yeah. So what's up with Nardfest? Give us the fucking deets.
Oh man. So first off, we got the Young Bucks, War Tomorrow, fucking badass fucking kids. Sound like RKL on fucking roids. They have the energy, drive, everything, and they're young. Future legends.
Nice.
And we got Get Bent, we got Goner, Killers. Basically all-star bands, right? With all homies. We got Violencia from fucking TJ, Mexico. Come on. We got I Decline. We got fucking Pink Mist. We got Final Conflict, Dickies, Narcotic Structure, and. The
fucking rap?
Yeah.
Have I told you what we're doing?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna play the
all
full first record.
Covers.
How fucking awesome would that be? All Misfits covers, dude. Not one original.
None.
Yeah. No, we're doing the full first record, the Season of Evil record, dude.
Hell yeah.
I'm very excited.
That's cool. We're stoked.
We've actually been jamming lately. And it is not as bad as I thought it was going to be, which is fucking nice.
That's cool. That's cool.
So we're stoked, man. I mean,
fuck yeah.
But just to have like all those, I'm so excited to just be a part of something, dude, like that. You know what I mean? Because obviously, like my band Tongue before that was a great fucking time. I loved playing with those dudes, but like to be able to walk back into the Wrath, which is a band that I walked away from because I fucking had to. I made a choice, and it gets me like real. I'm always like a little sour, you know what I mean? Because it's like I had to make a choice to be a fucking dad or
or sell drugs, and you chose drugs.
Yeah, I know, and I chose drugs.
Yes,
but
obviously sold them because
yeah.
I mean, maybe you need to do some more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It might help.
Not any of the ones that would help me out.
Something.
Yeah,
a little something.
But I'm just so excited to fucking like we've been jamming, dude, and it's like even from the first practice, which we had without Brent, was like, fuck, dude, like muscle memory immediately started kicking in.
Hell yeah.
These songs I haven't played in 7-8 years.
Recording these sessions?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah. So we're recording I've been posting a couple videos online and stuff, but
fuck yeah,
I'm so excited, dude. Like I'm so excited to play. Which I think we're like playing outside or something. I don't. Do you know anything about that?
I'll have to re-look at it, but either way,
we're playing a lot. We'll be having a lot outside. We're getting cut to the set.
They're sitting next to the fucking the little fucking fish store. They're right next door in the bathroom, right there in the corner.
Spinal Tap.
Yeah. But it's gonna be, dude. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great day.
I'm excited. I'll be there. I'm gonna be merch bitch.
Jay's gonna be selling merch for us.
Merch bitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Passenger princess.
That's right, man.
All right.
You gotta start somewhere. You know what I mean? I need to put my time in.
He's got to pay his dues,
Yeah.
He's gonna have to fluff us all, but right before we go on stage,
that'll take 2 seconds.
You have to dig deep.
We're bringing pillows, by the way.
For the knees.
Man, I'm sure there'll be some narcotics there, but we're not. I mean,
I'm sure there will be, but
we're all very conscientious
I'm
about
an
what
adult
we do
now,
nowadays.
dude. Yeah, I'm an adult. I'm gonna do shit.
That's cool.
Marko, that's cool, dude. Yeah. So did you do the Annihilation Time show?
That was a collaboration with Chris P. And just those dudes.
That was how. Did you ever get to see them in their prime?
No.
Fuck.
No.
Where were you, dude?
I fucking fine now.
They rip, right?
Yeah.
I fucked up. It was one of the shows that I literally couldn't get to. And I fucking, every day I think about it. I'm like, God damn it, I should have saw him. But I got to see him in their prime like a billion times, right?
Oh, yeah. You got to, yeah.
Fuck, dude. I mean, Annihilation Time is incredible, man.
I felt like fucking Chris Farley when I was like, bugging him on these recent tours. I'm like, hey, Graham, remember you in Annihilation Time? That was cool.
Graham's like, cool, dude. Graham's such a fucking sweetheart,
God,
man.
Yeah. He's just looking at me like, no.
This will actually ruin my life for a lot of years. Yeah, no, they're fucking ripped, dude. What was the next thing I was gonna ask? Fuck. What is like a show that you've put on where you're like, holy fuck, this is awesome?
Dead Heat record release show.
Dead Heat.
Record release show when the second album came out. Video shoot was there, right? I think it was right before pandemic too. But yeah, that one was a banger. Smoking blunts, fucking fireworks, fucking homies kicking each other's cars in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell us what happened.
One of my friends, which I won't mention, he's all, damn, bro, you got a new car? This is time. And literally broke his windshield. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go back inside.
Nice. Yeah, Dead Heat is doing something right now that is like, they're capitalizing on a thing that like hasn't happened in years, dude.
Yeah.
Where it's like they're bringing out pure animals.
Straight
and
up.
I fucking love it, dude. I love everything about it. Even though like Beatdown and all that, like they're more of a metal-ish band, I guess. You know what I mean?
hardcore,
they're
thrash
hardcore,
metal,
like thrash metal
hardcore.
shit, but they're bringing out like the animal in people, dude.
Oh, yeah,
and
it's the best.
and it's like necessary and it's beautiful. And I talked about this on the last pod, where I went to a Dead Heat show at the Hong Kong Inn, like right after COVID. And nothing had happened for years. Like the scene got really sad, like during the Obama years, and then Trump came in office, and everybody had hope. You know, like bad politics make great music. And I showed up at the Hong Kong and it was like Dead Heat, and I can't remember. I think one of the Danny and AK's bands, Civil Conflict, was playing.
Yeah. I think we hosted that one. Yeah.
I remember showing up, and there was like 300 kids in the parking lot.
Yeah,
I was like,
insane.
holy fuck, dude! The scene is killer, and Dead Heat is one of those bands that is just absolutely killing it right now. Are they the most popular band right now in Ventura County?
Well, it's tough to say. Everyone's got their fan base now, and they all deserve it, and they all earned it. But I'll tell you one thing: when I saw them, play in, I think it was like Hellfest, or I don't know, in France though, you know, and with Megadeth and all them in that lineup, and I just saw my homies right there.
You drop a little tear, you know?
Hell yeah, it's fucking proud of them.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. I'm like so stoked for those dudes. Yeah. So if you haven't heard Dead Heat, man, check them out. They are fucking ripping. And they're all the sweetest dudes. You know what I mean? Like the sweetest dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when's Nardfest?
Nardfest is Friday, July 12th. Yeah. Okay. Wait, not the 13th.
Coming up
right?
soon.
Yeah, it's coming up soon. Coming up very, very soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, the 12th to Friday. At the
Which Friday is a shit
OPAC.
day, but whatever.
Nah,
we'll deal with it.
Yeah, we'll figure out.
It'll be awesome.
It's going to be epic. Vendors.
I don't think it's
two stages, right?
2 stages, outdoor, indoor, vendors, parking lot pimping. Y'all know what to do.
Yeah, what's up?
Is there tickets available?
Tickets available at Salzers.
Right. You got any other shows coming up that you want to promote?
Yeah, we have one on Friday. It's Bone Maggot, Brain Vat. Then we got Die Healing and Wiccan from LA. Then we have Scott Porcho's birthday, which is legendary. We got fucking
Who's playing Scotty Porcho's birthday?
Yeah, Scotty Porcho.
So
we got Fantasy Lane headlining from Lantone Beach.
Yeah.
And then we got a Head Cut. Then we got Boilerman, Neurotics, Groin, which is a new band, and Sex Weapon, which features a bunch of homies that you know. And then after that, Casa Agria, what did we say earlier?
You say
man, you speak in Spanish, man.
Yeah. You get it.
Yeah, Casa Agria, Nardfest pre-party with No Silence, No Class, Center Point, and Toledo Panic opening, and then Nardfest.
Okay.
I love the Center Point thing.
Yeah,
I mean,
you know what it is.
Oh, dude, I've been beat the fuck up right outside of what's it called?
Esplanade Mall, dude.
What was it?
I love that place.
Man.
I did too until I had to fist fight people.
Oh, okay. So I was like 9, 10 years old. But hey.
I was a little old. I was 12, 13, and like definitely like, hey, where are you from? I was like, today, yeesh, you know, like it was fucking, it was a problem over there.
Take the Esplanade and move it over into even worse.
Right.
You know, Center Point Mall was nuts. Was not. It was. Yeah, you went there and it was what it was.
Yes.
You know, I was Santa Claus there when I was like 18 years old.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
Tight, dude. How many children did you get to sit on your lap?
A lot.
Yeah.
I smacked the shit out of a couple.
You did not.
I did too.
Like
You smacked
I smacked
Santa Claus?
As Santa Claus, I smacked one of these fucking group home kids. I smacked him so fucking hard, dude.
The guy that like didn't need to be slapped.
No, he needed to be fucking smacked. He ran around that fucking mall acting like a little dickhead, and he tried that shit. He walked up and pulled my beard. I had no, not me today. Here's a little bit of this Jesus hand, and I smacked the shit out of him.
Son, Holy Spirit,
I had everybody at there were like all these different stores and shit came up to me later. Was like, hey man. Thank you.
We can do a whole podcast on you being Santa Claus.
Oh, dude.
Let's revisit this in December, please.
And I wasn't like, I was like, I think it was 19 or 20. I was pretty fucking, I wasn't, it was a lot, dude. Hey, man.
You know, it's
cool.
fucking wild is that my kids remember Jay as Santa Claus.
Really?
Oh,
more than they remember Santa Claus. It's from the podcast.
Santa Claus was fucking Uncle Elroy.
Uncle Elroy.
And I showed up in a fucking pimp shirt and a fucking outfit and a pimp cane.
My kids are sitting on his lap and he has a gun in his hand.
Yeah. Uncle Elroy was the shit.
Holy shit.
We gotta bring that shit back this
I'm
year,
down, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so down. That was one of my
That'd be
favorite
the
things we've
greatest.
done, man.
That'd be awesome. You have to. You have a choice.
Yeah, come show up with us, man. We'll do it.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
down.
He could be one of the elves.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
usually an elf.
Yeah, we'll get everybody to show up and
I'm
sit
down,
on
man.
Uncle Elroy's
Yeah.
lap. We'll do it at the bar. We'll just have a whole fucking thing, man.
Dude, that'd be
Yeah,
awesome. We should do a
everybody
live
come-
Christmas event.
Let's do it. I'm
Right?
down. It's on. You just
Absolutely.
heard that from us, man.
Yeah. So where can people find all of your shows?
You can find them on Instagram at Midnight Society Productions and Whackbook, Facebook. There's a page there, but fuck Facebook.
Facebook,
Yeah.
dude.
And
Yeah.
that'd be the main one.
MySpace.
MySpace too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much where you can
Yeah.
find it. And then
Tickets at Salzers.
Tickets at
Go to
Salzers for
You can get
Nardfest.
tickets for Salzers.
Yeah,
Man. Let's
go
go.
get them there. That's
Yeah.
the best. Best bang for your buck.
Yep.
Yeah.
No
and,
dealing
and
with the
we all love a
bullshit.
physical ticket, and they still have them.
Yep.
Do your thing.
Do your thing.
shit.
Do your
Where's
thing.
your, I don't. Well, I don't know where your shot glass is.
Oh.
Oh.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. So check out Marko. Check out Midnight Society, dude. He's been killing it for the last 7 years, and like I said, as like a musician that has like worked with a million promoters, Marko always goes out of his way to make us feel good, even whether we deserve it or not. You know what I mean? And I really appreciate you for that, man. I appreciate you showing up for the fucking scene. I
you,
appreciate
brother.
you fucking doing the
Yeah.
thing that you know,
Sláinte.
that someone should be doing but doesn't do, right? Because it's hard to fucking keep that train rolling for a long
So
time.
hard.
So
Yeah.
we love you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on the pod.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So, having said that, guys, check out the podcast. If you want a free, easy way to subscribe to help support this podcast, rate, subscribe, review, leave a comment on Instagram, on fucking Spotify, on iTunes, on YouTube, all the things. Check out the Patreon, getheavypatreon.com. Check out the merchandise, buy some fucking merch. That is a really fucking awesome way to support. And that's it. We love you.
1091 Scandi Avenue. We'll be doing the pre-party, after-party for whatever show that you think you should show up at the bar for.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? We're always here. We're always there. We're
Yeah, if
always
you want
willing
to
to
go
be a part
in
of.
an ambulance, dude.
Hey, whoa.
In the Dragon Ball Z shit, though.
In a drunk, only if you're wearing an ambulance. Ooh, Black Daddy, ambulance.
Hey, man, peace, you guys. Love you guys. See you later, man.
All right.
Thank you, Kenny.
Bye.